Okay, welcome back after the commercial. We are now, we finished our executive session. We did not vote on anything. We didn't spend any money. We are now going to, however, take some action based on the information we exchanged in our executive session. Do you mind passing those down? And here's a second one. So we had a very good discussion. We exchanged some confidential information, but at this point we are ready to make a decision. So I am going to ask for Resolution 1831 that Mr. McMorris, you do the honors, please.
1831, regarding the selection of the solar development company for the town-owned property. Whereas New York State is changing how it generates and distributes electricity as part of the Clean Energy Standard, calls for 50% of our state's electricity to come from renewable energy sources like solar by 2030. And whereas the town board of the town of Uniondale believes that a solar photovoltaic project on the Cap landfill and the town-owned property across the street on Route 55 would provide long-term financial benefits to the town, as well as an opportunity for residents to participate in a community distributed program to acquire energy at reduced rates, as well as jobs for local residents to assist in building and maintaining a large solar array. And whereas the town board distributed a request for proposals on August 29, 2018, and received 4 responses, 2 of which were superior in reputation and quality of work, but 1 finalist stood tallest due to its compensation guarantees with potential upside to the town. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Uniondale does hereby accept the proposal of East Light Partners of 552 Massachusetts Avenue, Suite 201, Cambridge, Massachusetts, dated October 18, 2018, to install and maintain ground-mounted solar array system on the town-owned property.
Okay. Can someone second Dave's motion?
I'll second Dave's motion.
Great. Roll call vote.
Supervisor Moss?
Aye.
Councilman Frazier?
Aye. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sorry. Councilwoman Kelly? Yes. Councilman McMorris?
Aye.
And Councilman Welsh?
Aye.
Great. So we have adopted 1831, our resolution. And I just want to say, since we are being recorded, this is a very exciting project for us, and we will look forward to our public hearing so that we can explain all of this to our town residents and they can comment and come all about it. I think we've gotten to the point where we think that public hearing will be in January. So we'll make sure everybody knows about it, and we'll disseminate a lot of information.
And I want to thank Dave for his lead effort on this, and Betsy for your legwork as well, getting this done. This is a huge plus for the taxpayers in this town.
It will be. I think it's going to be very exciting, and I do want to pat Dave on the back. He's been in love with all these projects for years, and we've been able to, as a board, working so well together. I think it's exciting that we've been able to get this done.
Excellent project.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Nice job, Dave.
One thing with East Light, they said they would be more than happy to come to our public hearings so that they can explain
Great.
everything to the people as well.
It's a nice thing, so we look forward to that. Okay, our second resolution, 1832.
Want me to read that?
Yes, Councilman Welsh, please.
Regarding the exiting from the Dutchess County Self-Insured Workmen's Compensation Plan. Whereas the town of Uniondale has been part of the Dutchess County Self-Insured Workers' Compensation Plan since 1990, and whereas Dutchess County's Office of Risk Management, which oversees the plan, notified the town of Uniondale on August 20th, 2018, without written notice or any prior communication or indication to the current or previous administration, that the town's premium rates for 2019 would be increasing by 375%. And whereas upon researching the town's other insurance option, it became apparent that the lack of claims management and regular communications from the Department of Risk Management of Dutchess County would make it impossible for the town of Unionville to manage our workman's compensation liabilities appropriately. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby confirm its withdrawal from the Dutchess County self-insured workman's compensation plan effective December 31st, 2018, and notice of this withdrawal will be provided to the plan immediately.
Second.
Second, great. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Supervisor Moss?
Aye.
Councilman Frazier?
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly? Yes. Councilman McMorris?
Aye.
Councilman Welsh?
Aye.
Okay, motion, Resolution 1832 carries. We are going to withdraw from the Dutchess County Workers' Comp Plan. We will make sure that that certified resolution is sent over there via email and overnighted, so they'll have hard copy. And stay tuned. So we will be circling back and discussing this more with our residents as well. I think they've heard us since August talking about these meetings, so people probably won't be surprised, but
Yeah.
we got to do what we have to do to take care of our town. I'm not going to worry about the county. So, that being said, we have two good resolutions. We now have a discussion on the table.
Right.
Councilman Frazier?
I sent you all emails about gasoline versus diesel. The diesel's no longer the savings that it used to be in the past. Many places are actually switching back to gas-powered vehicles for that reason. I think the time has come for us to consider that as well. These smaller trucks, we aren't putting the miles on them that would warrant a diesel engine, and it's a $8,000 to $10,000 option on a small truck.
Yeah, nice
And
savings.
that is a long time to recoup that money.
Yeah.
In addition, the cost of diesel has gone up because of the refining properties in it that the EPA is requiring. The diesel engines are electronically controlled now and are very finicky with any little variation from what their parameters are in the electronic system, constantly breaking down. So you're not getting the service out of them, you're not getting the fuel mileage, and the cost has just gotten out of control. So for that reason, I think it's time that we consider putting gas at the highway department for the pickups and the smaller dump trucks.
So, I mean, we did talk to Richie today, only because our highway superintendent, Wisman, and he did say, he was trying to get back and forth with you, I guess, on the phone, but he said that he could use the one in the park. He said, as long as I have access 24/7, it's
Okay.
not like it's a big distance. What we were thinking was maybe that because we have gasoline and there's a code and only our people, can have access to it, the gates, he could have access to the gates. He's, if it got to the point where it was too much for, they couldn't deliver it fast enough,
Right.
then maybe we could deal with it. But he said, for right now, he
Okay.
said, I think that's a great idea, and we thank you for that because we'll save money on the truck too. And he said, I can keep using that, and he said, I don't have any problem with that at all. He goes, I'm trying to reach back to Steve so I can discuss it with him, but he goes, I think that would work.
Okay.
So that might be a good
Well,
short
that's-
term,
yeah,
and then we'll see.
I wasn't aware that we had the gas down at the parks until yesterday. I spoke with Jake, and I think there's only a 500-gallon tank.
Yeah.
In addition to that, the maintenance and the repairs on the
Right.
diesel are just about double
Yeah.
what it is. I think.
Well, I would say
It's such a
Steve,
great idea.
Actually doing the research, I really think Richie should have done that, and Richie should have been the one telling us he wants gas and not you. He really should be taking more of initiative to be leader. I mean, he spec'd the truck for diesel. Why does he not know this stuff?
Well, he's got a diesel tank up there. I understand that reasoning, but again,
He feels like the town's made those investments already, so,
I've just had a keen interest in this.
Yeah, luckily for us you do.
I'm what they call a motorhead, and I have diesel trucks of my own, but I won't buy any more of them because they become problematic, and they're just too expensive.
It's great.
I love a diesel truck, but it just doesn't make economical sense.
It's a great idea for us. It'll save us on that truck that we've already, we know is coming, that we're gonna, and that'll save us on, I mean, it's just an all-around great
Right,
idea.
right.
And since we already have the tank down there, they can monitor it and see how often they have to refill it. Crown, they don't mind coming by here. They refill it regularly, and they've done a
No.
really good job for us.
I think Crown is propane, though.
Yeah, Crown, wait,
Well, they have gasoline too.
I
they
think
have-
they're
does
delivering,
Crown have
they're
the gas
delivering our
line?
gas.
Okay.
Gas as well.
Crown.
We have
They're
asked them
delivering
to
the
take
fuel.
over everything, and
They're
then,
delivering the
because we
diesel
were having so
fuel.
many
I don't know
problems.
about the gasoline.
Oh, okay.
I think
Delivering the
gas-
diesel fuel.
And Jake, I mean, I think it was a good approach to try to give the whole thing to one company and see, because
Sure.
I mean, there were a bunch of people that were interested, but they couldn't do pieces of it, and then we
Yeah.
had such bad service before.
Oh, yeah, because we're
And billing.
taking such a small amount from each.
And the billing was horrible, so we wanted to get rid of the billing problems and all that, and anyway, Jake thinks there's stupendous, the service has been great from ground. So that's nice, I mean, we got a bonus there if that continues. But thank you for that, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
our next, since we don't have to buy the tank until we decide that we need more
Right,
capacity, we can implement this right away with the purchase of that truck.
right. I will
We'll need
put
the
that in,
specs.
I'll put that in
Yeah,
tomorrow.
he's gonna give us new specs.
Lower
Well,
price.
I've been working with him on that.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
figured.
Great.
So do you guys want that to be on the, now, remember, on the December 13th agenda, we have Richie coming in to present his 280, not to present, I mean, he's going to give us the 284 to look at, and then we're going to discuss it in January. So it would be great if he had the specs ready for that.
I'll have the specs. I don't know if I'll have the price. I'm gonna put it up on the, OGS mini bid, they call it.
Yeah.
Great.
And that's where I've gotten ridiculous prices,
Oh,
at
yeah?
my other job, yeah.
They
Great.
want to sell you a truck? They'll sell you a
Yeah.
truck. They'll give you the price.
I need a
But it
truck
may, I think there's a 3-week
for the recycling center.
period on that, the
Okay.
bidders can bid.
Well, we can do it, and,
But as soon as I
Yeah.
have it, I'll let you all
okay,
know where we're at.
and we can talk about it either meeting.
Yeah.
Just tell us and we'll put it
We do
on.
want to get that approved as quickly as possible, because things get dragged out, and the build-out date usually is in the end of March, early April. After that point, you can't get one
That's right.
until the following model year.
Okay,
So that way
We'll let you
have
and Richie
everything
lead us in
place
the right
to-
direction.
yeah,
You guys
have
figure that
everything
out.
in place to go ahead with that.
I forgot about that, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for that. That's really good news. Good, we got another savings. So is there any other business anybody would like to discuss tonight? Since this is a special meeting, we had an agenda for our executive session, but that was it. Anything else? We're good?
Save everything else for the public when they're here.
So on the 13th, we have our agenda meeting, but we were still having our work session on the 6th, and in that work session, we can talk about the lease, and we can also talk maybe paragraphs that we agree with, or, if you have a chance to read it, or we can kind of bring it out a paragraph at a time and do it that way. And also, we could finalize the resolution, I think, the wording for our vacation time and all that, to make sure that's perfect. Yeah, so we want that to be perfect, so we're not that night figuring it out.
Right.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover?
No,
You're good?
I'm fine with adjournment.
Okay, so I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Our meeting is adjourned. We'll see you on the 6th, I believe it is.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all very much.
Maybe I'm just got it now.
So it says, $180 attached on back, but that says $18.99 and then $200.
Yeah. Actually, same company.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting, but he hasn't showed it to them yet.
yeah.
He's just writing it
At
himself.
each.
And he said he would send it to them.
That's, I'm like, if it
Air
remembers
copy
my part,
marking it
I
up.
tried to use.
I didn't ask him that.
yes.
He said he's a
Now I
real
got
estate
it. I'm
attorney,
like,
he
I'm
does this all
sure
the time,
I'm
and he's
somehow
writing the
missing
contract
something, or there's a
online.
page
The
that I
board's
don't
gonna
see.
review it, would I like a copy? I said I would like a copy.
Yeah, if you can